A woman in Maury County is doing what she can to keep her sister's missing case open many years after she was last seen. On April the 11th, 2004, Amber was last seen leaving her mother's Maury County home in the Columbia, Tennessee area with a male friend, James Gordon. She was supposed to go on a 2-day spring break trip, but when she failed to return, a missing person report was filed with Maury County Sheriff's Department, MCSD. Gordon was questioned and he told police that the two of them left her mother's Tracy Lane home in his car, a gold Mazda, with the license plate number PFB 200. They stopped at a store so Amber could purchase hair dye, and then she met up with another male friend, Ronald Inzuriaga, who is also known by his street name California. Authorities tracked down Inzuriaga in an Alabama prison where he was serving time for an unrelated case. He told them he picked up Amber and the two hung out for a short while, and during that time the two stopped at a store where Amber purchased hair dye and he dropped her back off in Columbia with another guy who he didn't know. She was funny, energetic, your typical 16-year-old teenager, recalled Brenda James, her sister. It's been rough, a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of tears. If I give up, she will never be found. Over the last years, Brenda has done what she can to bring her sister home. She is also raising awareness for many families who are also worried about their missing loved ones. There are some people who have been missing for over 50 years, she said. That exact faith is keeping my sister's case hot instead of letting it go cold. I believe she is watching over me, she said. It's a story that's hitting very close to home, she said. Her little sister, Amber Elizabeth Cates, disappeared years ago. She was only 16 and was last seen at her mother's house. For Brenda, it feels like just yesterday that she disappeared. It hasn't been easy, she said with tears in her eyes. Everything so far just has dead ends. When I call, I'll get updates. If I call to set up a meeting, we'll get a meeting. Other than that, I don't get anything, and it's nerve-wracking. During a news conference, TBI spokesperson, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, said missing person cases only get harder with time. As you go longer with these things, the possibilities make things so much worse and more complicated and more difficult for our folks to sort through and sift, Devine said. With no promising leads, Brenda is making a renewed effort to find her sister again. She said she's hired outside investigators and is hopeful for the future. We really feel like it may be Amber's year, she said. Just pray, keep faith, and won't give up. The Maury County Sheriff's Office is still handling Kate's case with no luck. MCSD were at a dead end and brought in the Federal Bureau of Investigation to help aid them in this case, but despite the added help, the case remains unsolved. Amber Cates, then 16, was a teenage girl who grew up in Spring Hill, Tennessee, and moved frequently to several states, including Georgia and Texas, before ending back up in Tennessee, where she settled down in a foster home. According to friends and family, when Amber hit her mid-teens, she started rebelling and hanging out with the wrong crowd. She would drink and even occasionally experimenting with drugs, so it wasn't a surprise that when she went missing in 2004 that police just considered her another runaway. However, many who knew the missing teen immediately knew this wasn't the case. Amber was originally considered the runaway, but the passage of time since her disappearance has led investigators to consider whether other factors caused her to disappear. She has a driver's license, but there have been no infractions listed on her driving record, and her social security number has gone unused since 2004, and she hasn't used her cellular phone either. Amber Elizabeth Cates is a white female who was born on February the 3rd, 1988, from Maury County, Tennessee. She was 16 years old and 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing approximately 100 pounds. She has light brown hair, which may be dyed blonde, and hazel green eyes, and she has fillings in 2 teeth. If you see Amber Elizabeth Cates anywhere, please do not make contact. Call your local emergency number like 911 or the phone number indicated for law enforcement on this record, and they will instruct you on what to do. You can also let them know Amber Elizabeth Cates' name. So anybody with the information regarding this case is asked to please contact the Maury County Sheriff's Department at 931-380 5733 or 931-388-5151. Or you can also contact the local FBI or National Center for Missing and Exploited Children at 1-800-THE-LOST, and that's 1-800-843-5678, and there's a reward of up to $25,000 being offered for relevant information leading to the recovery of Amber Cates or the persecution of persons responsible for crimes committed against Amber Cates.